In the majority of cases, accidents on the road often occur due to human factors, including inattention, fatigue, and all kinds of violations. In our new episode, you will see how emotional drivers can be, as well as what ridiculous situations their rash decisions or confluence of circumstances lead to. So, let's go! This time, the test drive ended much faster than expected. Apparently, the demonstration of his driving skills is over for today. This man's revenge is going to be really scary. However, who knows? Maybe it's not the first time he's been blocked here. Undoubtedly, this Miami resident knows how to celebrate U.S. Independence Day on a special scale. With such skills, we can safely say that he is not an average driver. Isn't it uncomfortable to drive next to such a colossus? It's better to wait just to be 100% safe. Where was he trying to get? He did not pay the fine and decided to drive with a wheel blocker. It seems that the truck is carrying this car in order to clear the road with it if necessary. The owner of this camera is damn lucky. This is what the monument of carelessness looks like. Yes, the foundation for it has already been prepared. The asphalt has not passed the strength test. What a reaction of the driver. How well it all started. However, given the impatience of the drivers, this was to be expected. This guy is definitely one of those who really loves jokes and people's surprised looks at the sight of his car. Well, here's another case of being stuck between the hammer and the anvil. I don't want to say anything, but shouldn't you open the back door first? Here we have the same mistake. Don't you think that the model is extremely unsuccessful? Oh, it seems the excavator has decided to take an unscheduled break. I think this thing really helped them out. After all, there was a bridge in front of them. That's what I call uniformity of movements. We wish good luck to the drivers. No snow-covered roads are scary when riding on such a monster truck. With so many spare wheels, this car can adapt to any circumstances. A flood is here, but you need to deliver the cargo on time. Nature itself intervened today and forced him to change his route. If he moves to a new house, then at least half of these things could be safely thrown away. Most likely, he trusted the navigator too blindly to find himself in such a ridiculous position. In Iceland, you cannot trust the navigator. It does not take into account the possibility of a volcanic eruption. It seems that the driver of this truck entered the city for the first time. Someone was playing GTA all night and completely forgot that one cannot behave like that in real life. This guy was blown away, if you know what I mean. The situation is called when ambitions go beyond the carrying capacity. What was the driver thinking about when transporting bulky cargo through such an obstacle? This car seems to have appeared in our world from the cyberpunk universe. When he goes to the service center after that, he'll finally realize that his car cannot become a submarine. It may not be convenient to park them, but I would really like to be a passenger.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
It's not just people who sometimes need a boost to become more productive and move on. Obviously, someone has made a big mistake, which will be very expensive to fix. When you become the culprit of a collision with parked cars, you should think about the relevance of a driver's license. The wheel has long felt that it was not appreciated properly, so it decided to look for its own path. Just a little more, just a bit more. Fortunately, they reacted in time. I think he was really trying to help, but only made it worse. I knew it would end like this. What were they hoping for? What can happen when transporting such bulky cargo? It's a good thing it was just sawdust. How do you like this taxi in Dubai? It's probably worth a ride on it, at least for the sake of interest. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I wonder if she's trying to do something, or is this her way of relieving stress? Do you also not understand what she is counting on and why she doesn't stop? It seems that the load capacity of this car knows no bounds. Strangely enough, he does much worse without cargo than with it. I wonder what a fascinating story is behind this incident. His plan was really good, but only until an obstacle was encountered. Probably his cargo just wanted to return from where it was taken from. When you want to quit, but they offer you a bigger salary. The driver decided to share the winter mood with others. It looks epic, but it's dangerous. Oh, it looks like this giant decided to walk across the street like an elephant in a Chinese shop. The truck clearly has a well-developed sense of balance. Like a true professional, she handled the situation and continued moving. It seems that the truck decided to give an unsolicited but very juicy gift to the motorcycle driver. This dump truck driver decided that he was in the Fast and the Furious movie. Drifting through the mud on such a monster is something new. Apparently, the dream of becoming a racing driver has not disappeared anywhere and is stuck deep in his head. At some point, the driver still had to come to his senses and remember that in real life, you can't drive like that.
Before watching similar videos, it would be great to buy some sedative pills. One needs nerves of steel here.
Even though the inscription on the truck promises good luck, it seems to have turned away from its driver. Maybe the owner of this car works for NASA and implements some technologies to customize his car. Now they finally found the perfect place to park and relax for a while. It was only when the robot vacuum cleaner was free that it realized how much work it still had to do. This is a good reminder that you should not leave the car with the doors open. This is the moment when a car is trying to seize power and manage its own life. After this trip, the driver will have trembling limbs for a long time. Given the condition of the wheels, he definitely shouldn't try to drive faster in the near future. Apparently, the summer heat does not have the best effect not only on people. The lower the clearance, the better the streamlining of the car, but also the more often it'll scratch various things with its bottom. The main thing is for the owner of this car to remember that this is only a temporary solution to the problem. How beautifully it all started. He even managed to delight the eyewitnesses for a moment. Since he got a fine and a wheel blocker, maybe he shouldn't get mad at the car itself and harm it. This car can no longer drive far, but it is still trying to get to the nearest service station. Why pay for cargo transportation services if it is quite possible to try and cope on your own? However, I'm not sure that he'll be able to deliver it in integrity and safety. It is unlikely that it is comfortable to drive a vehicle in a Teletubbies costume, but they definitely did not go unnoticed on the roadway. The picturesque view allows to have a memorable ride here. Apparently, after their massive clash, they decided that they should stick together now.
What an incredible footage! We always strive to choose the best content for you.
There doesn't seem to be a problem that an excavator couldn't fix. A true friend will never leave you in trouble. In fact, it was expected. So, who has their first and last day of work today? This dump truck seems to have forgotten about the unload carefully rule. Well, that's enough. It's time to have some rest. Soon, he will regret that he decided to overtake it. If you break the rules of the road, then only on such a large scale. This is what it means to enter traffic. This is the same feeling when the tongs in the toy machine open right at the end. It's almost the same, but a million times more expensive. This mini loader turned out to be much stronger than it seems at first glance. It was at this moment that it became clear that she was definitely not ready to drive a scooter on the roadway yet. Most likely, every person sometimes feels like this car, claiming that 1 cup of coffee and it is ready to work. It would make sense to carry such a trailer only if he's really going to mow the lawn. I am 100% sure that this truck will not reach its destination as a whole. For a second, it seemed to me that everything would be fine this time. Unfortunately, that's not the case. This design looks extremely unsafe. What a level of help! We don't need such helpers. Dreamers. What did they expect?
De novo, patrão. Patrão do céu, aconteceu negócio aqui, patrão. Eu tô prometo aqui, mano, agora. O que aconteceu? Eu digo. Quebrei o retrovisor.
I hope he has insurance for repairs. The driver's wit is clearly okay.
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
I hope the road workers are not too angry because of such a prank. Is it luck on the road or the skill of the driver? Anyway, everyone breathed a sigh of relief when everything ended well. We must admit that this scooter is much more powerful than it might seem at first glance. Perhaps the owner of this car used to ride only a bicycle. It's unlikely that such a primitive anti-theft system can stop criminals. It is very important to find a person who will support and take care of you in a difficult situation. This is one of those guys who doesn't like to go twice on the same route. Some people do not notice or do not want to notice what is happening around them. This motorist, for example, ignored a warning addressed directly to him. Such a vibrant piglet gave him a great morning run. This is what happens when you listen to the first comers in an unknown area. This trailer has become a problem for many drivers. Even though the drivers are doing a good job of drifting, the car of one of them is completely unsuited to this. This is a very cruel way of punishment for parking in the wrong place. They needed to work very hard to securely lock the oversized cargo. The truck driver hates traffic cones with all his heart, so he mercilessly dealt with one of them. You can do a lot of things in order to preserve the appearance of shoes. It's not for nothing that he worked so hard at sports.
It was so cool! It's hard to comprehend how this is even possible.
After this incident, he abandoned the idea of washing the car on his own. So it is trying to get back to sea. We can only wonder how he'll get out of this hopeless situation. That's what happens when excavators go winter fishing. We hold our fingers crossed for them. Just another day in life on the road. Does your heart sink into your heels too? The car carrier clearly does not know its dimensions. I don't want to say anything, but isn't the bus carrying a couple dozen extra passengers? Next time, it's worth checking the depth before conquering a water barrier. The owner of the BMW deserves respect. After all, he did a very good thing. That's what a faithful friend means. Who said that cars don't have hearts? When one tractor fails, the second one is called for help. Teamwork is the key to success, even in the world of heavy machinery.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
This is what retirement looks like for big machinery. So what? Firefighters have a tradition of pouring water on them. That's what I call an unfortunate collision with the infrastructure. Wow, the van seems to be trying to become a parkour show participant. How strong is the wind outside? We're facing an extremely unfortunate outcome of the accident. It seems that such a car is definitely beyond repair. It is necessary to look for advantages in every situation. For example, in winter, there is no need to add additional sand in this place. The situation when a police car is trying to overtake an intruder at high speed is always full of tension and danger. So it's no surprise that in an attempt to avoid punishment, the driver lost control of his car and left the highway. Bright signs and noisy visitors to various entertainment establishments along the city's roads can significantly distract drivers passing by. It is important for drivers to maintain increased attention and concentration in order to move safely along these streets. Most likely, the appearance of this bridge is deceptive, and in fact, it is quite reliable. That's just, it's still uncomfortable to drive on it. It is not the most plausible story that you will have to tell your superiors explaining the reason for your lateness. Despite the fact that some people are afraid to hitch a ride, sometimes circumstances require using this particular method of transportation. Being on crutches, the man was counting on the help of caring passers-by. However, no one paid attention to him.
We're sure that our episode has impressed you. In fact, we always strive to choose the best ones for you. And we want to thank our regular subscribers and warmly welcome new ones.